Most people believe that success, money, and fulfillment are created through effort, hustle, and force. But effort is not a first level reality response to. I've studied quantum physics for years and spent a long time engaging deeply with how reality, perception, and possibility actually works. And across everything I've seen, one principle keeps appearing again and again. Reality doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to how you're aligned. In this video, I'll show you exactly what actually activates that mechanism and how you can use it for your everyday life. Let me meet you where you are. If you're working hard and still feeling stuck, you're not lazy. If you're doing all the right things and it still feels like nothing is really landing or moving, you're not broken. Most people are simply using the wrong lever. We were trained to believe that reality is like a wall. You push harder and eventually it moves. But reality behaves more like a radio. You don't force the station to come in, you tune until the signal is clear. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll give you a simple daily routine you can do in under 20 minutes that trains your brain and your nervous system to become receptive. So effort starts working for you again instead of against you. Reality doesn't respond to effort first, it responds to alignment. Don't get me wrong, you have to meet it halfway. Action is required, but effort is a multiplier and alignment is the direction. So if your inner state is pointed to lack, fear, urgency, control, or it's not here yet, then more effort just multiplies exactly that signal. That's why you can be disciplined and still feel very blocked. Because your body is broadcasting something different than your mind is actually asking for. So here's the deeper piece. At a quantum level, reality isn't fixed and solid in the way it looks. It's probability and potential until interaction turns it into an experience. In everyday life, that means your attention shapes what you notice. Your emotion shapes what you believe is possible, and what you repeatedly rehearse becomes what your brain and your body accept as real. So, your brain responds to vivid imagination almost like it responds to real events. That's a neuroscientific fact. That's why you can replay a memory and really feel it in your body. And that's also why you can rehearse a new future and begin to become it. Thought without emotion stays theoretical. Emotion without direction stays chaotic. But thought plus emotion becomes a training signal. Actually, this reveals the core problem. Wanting is not activating. Wanting actually keeps you trapped in the identity of not having. It makes you check the outside world constantly for proof and makes you wait. And waiting is a frequency. So, what actually switches the mechanism on, you ask? The trigger is asking. Not asking like begging or something like this. Asking like choosing. Asking like declaring, this is the reality I'm aligned with now. Asking works for three reasons. First, it creates neural coherence. When you ask clearly, your brain organizes. Your reticular activating system starts filtering for what matches your intention, and you begin seeing opportunities that were always there. Second, it creates energetic coherence. When your attention is clear and your emotion is elevated, you show up differently. You speak differently, you choose differently, and that changes what life can deliver to you. It's not magic, even though it feels a little bit like it, but it's mechanics. Number three, asking exposes your belief systems. Because everything you want is already available as possibility, as probability out there. But your belief systems decide what you can actually receive. Remember this, you don't receive what you want, you receive what you are and what you are aligned with. This is why you can desire more money, but feel guilty charging for your work. You can want a loving relationship, but still choose people who can't meet you. And you can also want freedom, but keep clinging onto controlling things because they feel safe. And this is actually what I've seen as the number one success factor with my private membership clients. The impossible became possible when we eradicated outdated belief systems. All of us have internal programs fighting each other. One part says, I want more, I'd love this, like this is going to be exciting. But another part in us says like, it's not safe. It's not for me. I'll probably lose it anyway. And people probably won't like me that way. So that conflict creates resistance. And resistance shows up as procrastination, self-sabotage, and quitting early. So clear asking, repeat it consistently. begins to override exactly these programs. Repetition installs a new operating system. Now, here's where most people fail. They ask once, then they wait and wait, then they doubt, and doubt actually resets exactly the system back to not having, to lack and separation. By the way, if this already shifts how you see reality, you can join my YouTube membership. I'd love to have you. I host regular live streams on different topics where I go even deeper and I answer your questions live from the chat. You'll find all the details linked below. Now, let me show you how you can ask correctly. There are two dimensions that really matter. First is intelligence, not vague wishes, but being very specific. What do you want? What do you really want? How much? By when? Be very precise. What does your daily life look like when this is done? Write it down in the present tense. Read it daily, morning, evening, whenever you have time or you feel like it. Not because you're pretending, because you're training familiarity. And when resistance comes up, don't argue with it. Just notice it. That's an outdated belief system leaving the surface. Awareness is how you begin to remove it. Now, the second is faith or belief. You don't need to believe in the how, only believe in the what. Faith is staying loyal to the vision before evidence appears. If doubt shows up, don't follow it. Just return to the vision. Now, the daily practice. In the morning, take 10 to 15 minutes. Sit, breathe, and feel as if it already happened. Your vision has already come true right now. Calm certainty, gratitude, and relief. That's what we want. Then, take 5 minutes and read or write your intention in the present tense. Feel the emotion, truly feel it, and notice the resistance when it comes up and just let it go. Throughout the day, interrupt the old story. When you catch yourself thinking, it's not working, then pause. Take 3 deep breaths and ask yourself, what would the version of me do that is already the person I desire to become? That already has this now, and do one thing that aligns with it. Now, why does consistency matter so much? And it matters the most. Receiving is not the problem. Stopping too early is. Water doesn't boil at 99 degrees. Most people quit at 99. And the moment you quit, the old belief system says, see, nothing changed. So let's continue with our lives. Your nervous system needs repetition to feel safe in the new identity. And safety is one of the most important things here. Consistency is how you prove to your body that the future is real and that it is safe and that it is really what you want. Reality responds to repetition. The nervous system responds to consistency and the field responds to a stable frequency. So let's close the loop. Everything you want already exists. The real question is the size of your inner container. Is it a teaspoon or an ocean? Start here. Ask clearly, intelligently, with faith, and do it every day. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this. Everything you want already exists. The real work is not forcing reality. It's expanding your inner capacity to receive it. And if you notice that letting go feels harder than asking, if attachment, control, or fear keeps pulling you back into old patterns, then the next step is not more effort. I actually made another video where I go even deeper into exactly that part of the process. It's about how to let go and be happy on your own, without suppressing desire or pretending you don't want more. Watch it, it's now here on the screen.